Can we stop assuming that a higher ratio feed means we have to make more starter? Hi, I'm Annette, micro baker in Chicago and owner of Dough My Goodness Bakery, and I'm here to help you simplify sourdough. A high ratio is about proportion, not about volume. Believe it or not, this one was actually fed a higher ratio than this one. Let's assume that you're currently doing a 1-1-1 feed. 20 grams starter, 20 grams flour, 20 grams water. So the total in your jar is 60 grams. That ratio is only appropriate for brand new starters when you're getting it up and running. It's simply not enough food for a mature starter. It will burn through that feeding really fast. So let's assume that we want to move now to a 1-2-2 feeding. So a 1 part starter, 2 parts flour, 2 parts water. Most people will start out with that same 20 grams and then assume, oh, you have to feed it 40 and 40. And now you've got 100 grams. But here's the part that nobody talks about. Instead of increasing the flour and water that you're adding, you could decrease the amount of starter that you're keeping. So let's say you do 10 grams of starter, 20 grams of flour, 20 grams of water. That is still a 1-2-2 ratio. And it's only 50 grams total. It's actually less than what you started with. You just reduce the amount that you carried over, and this reduces waste. Now let's take that same logic to a 1-10-10 ratio. Most people hear that and think 10 grams of starter, 100 grams of flour, and 100 grams of water. That is 210 grams of starter that you now have to deal with and feed every day. But hear me out, you could just as easily do 2 grams of starter, 20 grams of flour, 20 grams of water. That is still a 1-10-10 ratio, and now only 42 grams total. I know it's scary for a lot of people to only keep 2 grams of starter, but all you need is a little bit of that live culture and a lot of food for it. So to reduce waste, we reduce carryover. That's the recipe for a healthy starter. And if you want my full recommendation for how to feed a mature starter, it's one of my pinned videos. What ratio are you currently feeding your starter right now? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Happy baking.